Jen Shah and her assistant Stuart Smith ran a scheme from 2012 to March of 2021, selling fake business opportunities like tax preparation or website design to elderly people in promise of a return. But then it was just basically like a false promise, and nothing ever came of it.
Oh, if you give me 10,000, you're gonna get 100 grand from this. They give her 10. She calls back. We need another 5, and you're gonna get the 100 and another 50 if you give me the other 5.
She often did this mainly to elderly people and targeted them until their bank accounts were at 0.
So literally stealing old people's life savings so she can go flaunt designer on TV.
Yes.
And not just like flaunt it, but also have the massive ego of like everyone else is poor and stupid and dumb.
Yeah.
Like it's one thing if she's like, I just like nice things, but she's respectable, all these things. But she was like so in your face, like, I'm above you. I'm way better than you,
And so, doing this for 10 years, and she would have kept doing it if she didn't get caught. She doesn't care at all. She even was selling Justice for Jen merch and then saying that all of the money she made for it would go to the victims because she owes $6.5 million in restitution.
Yeah.
I mean, the balls that you have.
It's crazy.
Like, that is insane. She also says that she plans on having her Real Housewives earnings to go towards the restitution, but Andy doesn't. Any future shows. Yeah, Andy doesn't want anything to do with you. So where are you going to be getting this money?
And I can't imagine the royalties are like crazy.
No, I doubt it.
On the early really any what they make filming that season, I'm sure is great, but I doubt they're getting massive royalty checks in the mail. Kind of thing.
No. And then, her saying that she was not guilty and pleading not guilty all the way up until she walked in that courthouse.
She had Heather walk into the courthouse with her. Don't worry, I'm going to plead not guilty. Yeah. Everybody's going to hear my truth. I plead guilty. It's like, you are so manipulative and psycho and just cruel.
Yes. And like, I think she is like Cruella DeVille, and instead of like her little puppies, it's like her elderly people that she's just like taking advantage from,
It's so messed up.
And so she got sentenced to 6.5 years, and she only served 2.5, and then is so serving out the rest. A little stint in the halfway house, and then the rest on like home arrest.
Yeah. Which
like, what the hell?
That is like such a problem of the modern world. It doesn't matter what the crime is. Nobody serves their sentence.
Yeah.
Like, it shouldn't be, oh, you've been behaving so you get out early. It should be, you need to behave your entire sentence or else it's always extending.
Yeah.
Like it's not some prize for you to behave good. That's table stakes. That's what's expected of you.
Yeah, it's like the bare minimum that you're supposed to do. Like, you are supposed to be behaving better.
Yeah.
And for a long period of time so that you won't, go back into the real world and just start frauding again.
And for no benefit.
Yeah.
Like, you're behaving good for the sake of behaving good. Not because you're going to get out early. Not because you're going to get something. Because then it's not even you behaving good. It's you doing what you have to do to get what you want. Kind of thing.
Well, yeah. And
that's the whole reason she's
Jen
in
Shah.
there. You know?
I mean, she is certifiably evil. And I don't think that Bravo or anyone else should be working with her. Like, the other women, they have gotten in trouble for DWIs or like bank fraud, insurance fraud,
like
stuff
fraud
like that.
Or something,
But defrauding the elderly to the point where they have no place to go when they're on the street is just insane.
Their life savings. I mean, people, they got to remember that. Like, some of these people's money, they worked 50 years probably pinching every penny they have to amass a couple $100,000 in their retirement accounts or whatever.
Yeah.
And she just takes it all and blows it on all this crap. It's so sick and like, ugh.
And then it really drove me crazy. A picture of her coming. It's like after she's home with her husband, and she's in this like hot pink Chanel dress, and it's just like with a big Chanel logo in front. And it's just like, you haven't learned your lesson, have you?
Yeah.
Even if it's fake, like, because I think like 40% of her stuff was fake anyways, they said. Yeah. When they went in and like confiscated everything. But like, even if it's fake, you need to come out a little bit more humble looking, even if you're not actually humble. Like, it just freaking look like it, like, and, you don't need to be plastering the logos, because we know that you shouldn't have money to be spending like that. Otherwise, it should be going to the victims.
Go return the dress and chip it into.
I'm sure the victims would like to go move into a home finally. Like, they're not all dead.
Well, that's the sad thing.
They're still there.
But honestly, she's so psycho, and because they're all elderly scams, she's probably gonna pay minimum restitution till all of them die and drop off. And then she just owes money to dead people.
Yeah.
And so it doesn't have to pay it. Like, I guarantee she's thinking like that. And, like, that is her plan.
Yeah.
Like, what's the minimum I can pay monthly?
Right.
And I will just, war of attrition, outlast all these victims.
Yeah.
And be fine.
Well, it makes me wonder, does it then go to the victims' families?
Yeah, I mean,
or does it just cut off?
You would hope you wouldn't be able to kind of, like, cheat out like that. But I could see...
That's like a major loophole, though.
It is, but it's like the person does have to literally die for it to like go into effect. So like, unless she killed them, then it'd obviously be wrong. But so it's like one of those things where I think it would just be like, I don't know, who knows? Maybe somebody can let us know if if it would carry over in some way.
Yeah, the restitution payment. And even if she does make restitution to all these people, I doubt that they're actually getting back what they gave her.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, and they're old. Like, they don't have that much time left. And these years they do have are like their most expensive, where they need the money the most, So it's just the opportunity cost of not having the money is like, even if they get it back and they're alive for another 6 months or something, it's like, what was the, it's just like, it's so messed up what she did. Like, it's horrible.
It is. It's really sad. And hopefully Andy sticks with it
I think he will.
Keeping,
like,
her
no,
out
we're
and
never doing anything that she is going to make money off of us.
Yeah.
Like, ever.
No. I would be so disappointed in that judgment call if that happened.
And hopefully, like, all the Salt Lake cast, nobody tries to cozy up with her again. I mean, Heather was riding with her till the end, you know? And it's like...
But they all like secretly hated her the whole time.
They like
just
all
didn't
want
to. Yeah, they just didn't want to say it. But they all hated her, because then when she was gone, they're like, "Oh, thank God."
Yeah.
And then they were calling each other, "Well, you're the new Jen Shah. You're the new Jen Shah."
Yeah,
like,
that
as
was
it was a put down.
That was.
So I don't think that they, want anything to do with her. I would be surprised if she stayed in Salt Lake.
She might have to as part of her release, like.
God.
Because I think when you're like on parole like that, you can't just be like traveling the world. I think you have to request to go anywhere, and they can probably approve it or whatever. But
didn't Sharif, wasn't he a basketball coach in a different state?
That's the other thing too, which is crazy. Like, and I don't know, maybe it didn't hear about it, but I'm surprised like it didn't affect his work.
Yeah.
Just the whole thing is so crazy. Like, the head coach's wife is like defrauding elderly people to the tunes of millions of dollars. Like, nah, dude, you can't represent our school. Bro.
Yeah.
Like,
hide your grandma, hide your checkbook, because Jen Shah just showed up.
She's out. She's out and on the prowl.
Yeah. It is crazy, but we will keep you tuned with what is going on with the restitution and anything having to do with Jen Shah, so stay tuned.